Hi everyone, one alumnus from the esteemed University of Manchester.
Studying abroad was like my dream since I was a child.
Hi everyone, so we are back here again with one of our alumnus from UK. Hi Sukanya.
Hi.
So Sukanya is one alumnus from the esteemed University of Manchester, QS World Ranking 28. She has recently graduated for her master's program in Innovation and Entrepreneurship Management. I think Sukanya can give us a brief introduction. What was she doing before going for her master's in the UK?
Yes, sure. Hi everyone, this is Sukanya. So I completed my higher secondary from NPS International School, and then for my bachelor's I did BCom, Bachelor's in Commerce from Guwahati Commerce College. Studying abroad was like my dream since I was a child. So when I completed my master's, I was very sure I had to go and study abroad. So I started applying for the universities, and then when I got my hands into University of Manchester, which was again a dream from me. So I completed my master's from University of Manchester, and I did MSc Innovation Management and Entrepreneurship. Now I'm back into my country because I just wanted to gain the gist and experience from there and return back to my country and give it all to my country. So here, therefore, I am here.
Okay, great. So, see, let's get into some intense questions,
Yes.
right? Which we usually try to do. Are you being a girl child? You being one of the youngest in your family?
Yes, I'm the youngest.
You have a twin sister, if I'm not
Yes,
wrong,
I.
right? Okay. So let's say, so how did you impress or convince your parents, your dad especially, right?
Yes.
Like you being one of the most pampered kid, I would
No,
say.
I don't. I
The
wouldn't
sweet
say
pampered
that.
kid, right? So, okay, how did you make up his mind that he's ready to send you abroad?
It was very, very easy to make up his mind because it was not only my dream, it was my family's dream too. Because my sister also studied abroad, and learning from her, I also wanted to do the same. And my father always motivated me in this, and he was like, yes, go for it. So I wanted to do it. And since my father have a business, I always wanted to learn more about business and startups. So therefore I did that course.
Okay. So, do you really think the program that you have gone is something a niche program, especially designed at
Yes.
University of Manchester? I would say definitely. So, do you think you explored any opportunities even in your home country or any other destinations, or UK was the firm destination for you?
Starting from UK, my course gave me practical knowledge rather than just theoretical one, which we gain in India. So when I was doing my course, entrepreneurs from startups came into our university and they told about their experience, how they started from scratch and how they become entrepreneurs. So we gain more practical knowledge. So there itself, where we search for part time so that we could gain knowledge. So part time, I didn't get into part time because I was not in that field which were provided then, because they wanted people with experience. So I came back India, and in India, I can see there are many opportunities here because I always wanted to build a startup, not a startup, even if not a startup, I wanted to expand my family business. So I want to expand my family business, and therefore I went to UK. I gained knowledge. Now I have contracts in UK too, so I can build a franchisee here and then give my branches in other cities. Starting from cities, I can go to different countries as well.
Great, great learning. It seems you had
Yes.
a great. So, what about the nationalities you come across in the UK? What was the best thing about in the UK that you think you would have not or you would have missed out by studying in India if you had done your higher education after completing your graduation in India? If you had not gone to UK or any destination overseas?
I think the best part about UK is there is no differences among people like it's here. There are not many people who come into India for studies. Basically, because of the practical knowledge we get there, there is more theoretical in India. So I made friends from all over the country. People say our neighbor countries, China and Pakistan, to be our enemies, but no, we had friends from there itself, and they were like more like our friends, more closer to us than the Britishers, I would say,
Okay.
because they had experiences from like the household we have. They have the same. So get to know more things about them, how they start business in their country, because my friends even had startups because I was the youngest among the class, and the students were like they had startups, they are doing their second masters and all. So I got to know more about them and more about the course and more about business.
So what I can take it from here is that So by being in India, we have very harshful neighbors we hear. But when we are in a distance in a abroad country, we make friends from our neighbors,
Yes.
right? Okay, great. That's wonderful. The best thing about learning, I think, overseas, we all can come to a conclusion is that we come across multiple countries where people come, the people from different nationalities come and study in the one destination. That's the best about learning in the one process. One more important thing, you being a student, a girl student, right, who went far away, at least 10,000 miles away
Yeah.
from home city, Guwahati, if I speak in abruptly on that, like we always have the first concern safety.
Yes.
How do you rate the safety, or how would you define the safety in the city of Manchester or in the UK? Have you ever faced anything called, insecure being in the UK?
To be very, very honest, Manchester is very safe. I would rate it 10 on 10. It was very safe for all the girls. We could go out at night at 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 a.m. Doesn't matter. There is nobody to judge. There is nobody to scare you.
Okay, great. That's wonderful. Now tell me something like everyone says it's very difficult, though you had not opted out to work back in the UK,
Yes.
even you had the opportunity of the post-study work visa. How do you think how difficult it is to get a job in the UK? Is it very difficult, or do you think the students, your friends, are trying, or is it the best? It's not difficult, but it's the right person getting the job.
Yes, I think it is difficult. It is very competent in UK, but it's not like you cannot get a job there. It's easy when you get all your experience into your CV, into your interview, and you show them who you actually are, rather than just sitting at home and expecting to get a job. So if you pass that CV phase and the interview phase, they know more about you and they take you. It's like right person at the right job rather than just sitting alone at home.
All right. So, not taking much of the time, like I would ask you one more important questions. You have chosen the program of entrepreneurship
Yes.
and innovation management. So, what next?
Next, I would say I always
Though we don't want to disclose your startup plans. I know you
okay.
have great startup plans, but if you can give us a little gist so that
Yes.
it might be a lot of motivation for a lot of young crowds. Yes, they also can work and they can learn a lot of things. So you can give us just about it.
Yes, as I already mentioned, my family runs an educational business, which I saw from a very young age. And since then, I've always wanted to go for commerce, for business, for entrepreneurship, and I always wanted to start my own startup, though not an educational one. I am very interested in beauty, and I can even go there. It's not like it's the end of the world. So I always wanted to build because I love my school so much. I want my school not to be here just in Assam, but in other cities too. So I always wanted to build a franchise, though it's not a cup of tea of mine, or I would say it's not that easy, but it's not like you cannot do it. So I always wanted to do that. And also, I also wanted to start my own business because I saw entrepreneurs coming to my university who started from scratch, who were nothing. I already have my father who can motivate me, who can support me. So I also want to start my own startup. I don't know what field, but I really want to.
So last but not the least, so yes, you have done accommodation, you got a quality education. How difficult was it to adjust in a UK living in your accommodation?
In my accommodation. So when I first entered UK, before even going to UK, I was very scared. I was very nervous because I didn't make any friends. But Admisify came into my life and I got to know many friends from here in Assam only. So when I got there, it was not very hard for me because my friends stayed nearby and we always had a get together from in accommodation, like whoever accommodation. So Admisify helped a lot in that. And yeah, we made a lot of gatherings there. So it was not like we are far away from home. It was like home away from home.
Okay. So you used to cook for your food, or it someone else used to help you in the cooking the foods?
Since I am very lazy, me and my friend, not my roommate, but my friend, we used to either eat outside or cook together. So that was the plan.
Okay. So it was basically a teamwork you guys learned. So that was
Yes.
also a good learning for yourself to
Yes.
be independent. So thank you all of you. So that's all from our